Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for calling in for our weekly Dreamers in Action team call. What a privilege and honor to have Kristina Swift on the line with us tonight. You guys, we're going to talk about the June boom. We're going to talk about celebration. We're going to talk about just upcoming, fun stuff that corporate has in line, and really just the vision and culture from the corporate perspective that you guys have never seen. So I'm actually going to introduce our host and then our guest speaker, and I kind of get to sit back tonight and just watch. But I first want to introduce Adam. A lot of you know Adam and Jen. They are one-star Crystal Executive, two-star Golden Circle. They're just amazing leaders and just such an inspiration to our team. And they are going to be interviewing Kristina. And then Kristina is our VP of Sales from North America. She has an extensive background both in the field and the corporate side of network marketing. She's so fun. She's so down to earth. And she just, I think, oozes our culture. So I'm going to hush up. And Adam, I'm going to let you take it away.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Lauren. Kristina, such a great thing meeting you in person about a month ago. So this was awesome that we were able to get on the Zoom call with you tonight. But some of the things that I think we want to talk about is going into the summer months with momentum. And sometimes things can seem sluggish and we feel like we're dragging people. And I think these weekly Zooms that we do are huge. And obviously, I think the company knows that this might happen. What are, can you elaborate on the June boom and the company promotions and stuff that the company's doing to kind of combat that through this season? You got to unmute yourself. Sorry.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, great. First of all, it's so good to be here with you and to get to meet you all via Zoom. I'm thrilled to be here as we just launched the June Boom incentive because I am so excited about that. And Travis and Doug and I planned that in Travis's office one day when we were thinking about how to really make this summer an incredible summer at Isagenix. And this incentive, 5, 8, and 10, I mean, think about enrolling 8 people and being at Celebration at the Venetian 4 nights with $200 cash. I mean, it's such a rich incentive. It's worth over $1,000. So, I mean, it's just the perfect time to get somebody started. It's the perfect time for somebody who's maybe slowed their business down a little bit and just needs that motivation to get moving again. This is the perfect time at Isagenix. And I love this incentive because Celebration is such an incredible event. And if there's anyone on the call who's never been to one, when I was interviewing with Isagenix last August, they flew me in for 2 days. And I've been in this business for 21 years. I was with the very first direct selling company ever, actually, for 18 of those years. And then I was with a startup after that. And that first company I was with did a pretty great job with events. But when I was at Celebration, I could not believe that event. And this year, oh my gosh, Tony Robbins. I mean, you could get people, honestly, to enroll 8 people just to go have those 4 nights at the Venetian and see Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins costs thousands of dollars to see. So when you're thinking about, who can you partner with this month, and really, go after that June incentive, find some friends that you want to go to Vegas with and plan that event and hold hands with them for the next 4 weeks and help them get there. Because I can tell you, people will it will change their life after being at Celebration. They will look at things from such a different perspective after seeing all of our amazing trainers, experiencing the culture, and then Tony Robbins. I mean, I've been in this business 21 years and I've never seen him. It's going to be my first time. So I can tell you that this June incentive is not something you just want to post on your Facebook wall. You actually want to think about, how are you going to make the most of this promotion? How are you going to pick a group of people and for the next 4 weeks, link arms and come up with ideas every single day to connect with people? And I think this is one of those things that you don't want to make the mistake of just posting on social media. You can't just launch this and abandon it. You actually have to put a strategy together about what are some different ways that I haven't tried before to meet new people and make new connections. And summer is actually the perfect time to do that. June is a month where there are tons of events going on in communities all over the country. It's a time when people want to be out socializing because it's beautiful outside. The weather's warming up in most of the country, and it's just a great time for people to get together. So be creative. You know, if you are somebody, and I hear this all the time, that have a lot of product users on your team, then get them to host a social for you. They love the product, and they'll be open to inviting their friends and family just to taste the product. You know, that's a great way for you to connect into new circles. Maybe they don't want to build a business, but when their friends and family come over and listen to the stories and taste the product, who knows what can happen? So don't discount your product users. Actually, ask them to help you out the next 4 weeks that you're trying to meet new people and, you know, try to connect with new customers, and let them help you do that. I love the idea of the tasting parties in the summertime. I think you can have so much fun with that. Kids are out of school. Moms can gather by the pool with the kids, go to the park, go to the beach. Don't think about a party as just like a traditional party where you picture people at home around the kitchen table. It can be on a patio. It can be at the park, at the beach, at somebody's pool. You can make it really, really fun and casual and social. And I think that's an awesome way to connect. Get on Eventbrite and Meetup. If you haven't done this already, in my experience, when I helped one of the companies recruit their first 10,000 founding representatives, I went to about 3 or 4 meetings at the time. And honestly, there's so many fun events, and I don't mean networking events. I mean, go into Meetup and find things you like to do, whether it's hiking or yoga or a book club. Go to those social events and bring the snacks. I mean, it's amazing the people you'll meet and the people that you'll connect with. And it's an authentic way to meet people because everyone naturally asks everybody else what they're doing. And, you know, so you'll be able to share what you're doing at Isagenix in a very natural way because everybody will be talking about, you know, what's important to them. And then, you know, Eventbrite, there are events going on everywhere that are not expensive to get into. Go book a table for $25 for the day and you will be amazed. You'll meet probably hundreds of new people. Sample the products when you do your events. So that gives people a reason to slow down and have a conversation with you. So think of just some different ways of getting out of your comfort zone, get off social media, not permanently, but I mean, do something different. Our business is an emotional business, and people will connect with you quicker and easier when you talk to them face to face. And I'm not saying that we can't connect with a lot of people on social media, but remember, everybody's connecting on social media. That's what they're doing. People are getting bombarded every day by, you know, network marketers, direct sellers, you know, talking about the product. So get out in person and make some meaningful connections that way. And this incentive gives you the perfect reason to do that because, you know, think about who are some great people that you love spending time with that you'd love to bring to Vegas with you. Even look at it that way because it kind of takes the pressure off. And just think about who are some great friends, who are people that I love to spend time with around the country that I don't get to see anymore. Could be friends from college or high school or people you grew up with. What a great reason to get together for a weekend in Vegas and they get to see Tony Robbins and spend time with you. So even take that approach to kind of get some people interested. So those are just some tips about, you know, really connecting with people. But the one thing I would just encourage you to do is sit down and say, like, okay, how many people on my team can I really partner with the next 4 weeks? And that means contact, calls, sharing ideas every single day, recognition, really getting after this in a big, big way, because June could be your biggest month of the year. This could be like a game changer for your business no matter where you are. If you've slowed down, this can speed you up. If you're just getting started, you're going to get started in a really big way. So you can tell I'm super excited. And then just to give you a little bit of insider information, you are really going to want to do this in June because in July, there's going to be something huge coming your way. And so we'll be announcing that in mid-July, but all the work you do in June is going to be really important to get you in the game for the next big thing in July. And so this summer is just going to be filled with incentives, with support, with tools, everything you need to be successful. So use June as the springboard into July, because you're not going to want to miss it. You're going to be so excited. And then, of course, we have celebration. And I'll tell you one other little secret. We'll be launching a new 2-star training September 1st to December 31st. So you're going to really want to run to get to executive before September 1st so that you can play in this. And it's going to be a 17-week training. And you're going to have to couple like qualifiers that you'll have to do, but you can earn a 3-day all expenses paid trip to Arizona to headquarters to get trained by amazing trainers, to meet the Cougars, to hear from all of our executive team. It's going to be something that you're just not going to want to miss. So the future is bright at Isagenix. There's so much greatness going on. So take this June incentive and really wrap your arms around it. Put together a big strategy to focus on it every single day this month. And you won't be sorry. Only good can come out of enrolling 8 to 10 people. And I'm excited for you guys. So I can take any questions if you want, or I can turn it over to you, Adam.
I think our time with you is so limited. Adam, keep just asking some questions, and then maybe we can do some Q&A at the end, just so we can get through some of these goodies.
Yeah, so Kristina, can you touch on if somebody enrolls 5 people, and has that contest already started?
Yeah, so if you enroll 5 people, you get the regular team builder bonus of the vitamins plus $200 cash. So if for some reason you're not going to Celebration, I can't imagine who that would be, you still have the chance to get that $200, which is amazing for just enrolling 5. And then 8 gets you the $200, the team builder vitamins, plus 4 nights at the Venetian. And then if you want to really kick it up a notch, enroll 10, get all of that, and get a meet and greet with Jim and Kathy Coover backstage at Celebration. So that's amazing. I know so many people have always wanted to meet Jim and Kathy, and we get requests to have promotions and incentives or opportunities for that to happen. So now's the time.
So awesome, Kristina. And I love the insider info that you always give us. No, I think you literally are amazing, and having the VP of sales on the call with us is incredible. The tips that you gave us on connecting in the meetup groups and the startup, I mean, it's all about connection, like you said, and developing that relationship and then going from there. So, I mean, the information you just gave us in that short amount of time is invaluable. So thank you so much.
Great.
Lauren, is there anything else that you wanted to?
Sure. Maybe we're looking at something different in terms of what I sent you, what we'll chat with her about. So, Kristina, I'll ask you one. I'll go kind of just back and forth here with Adam. But I mean, you've done such a great job of laying out some of the contests and everything, but I would love for you, because we talk about it, from the field all the time about the importance of events, why people should get to events. But, I'm not a mom, so I know people are like, oh, my kids are going back to school that day. Or, there's some things that maybe I don't relate to. Can you talk about the importance from, what you see on the corporate side, why people should go to events, but also from when you were in the field and sometimes making those investments or sacrifices, what that really does? And it's 2 months away, why everybody should still be going to Celebration. It's not like too late to book your ticket or decide to come.
Okay, so I am the mom of a 20-year-old, so I can tell you, for the moms out there, this is an investment in you. And when you're the best version of yourself, you're being a good role model to your kids, and you're setting the pace for them, because guess what? When they get older, they have to find their way too. And so don't ever feel guilty for trying to make yourself better, or, getting yourself, setting big goals and go for it. And at events, you're going to hear from people just like you who are in your place, who are either a mom or a single mom, or maybe somebody who's exhausted and overworked and underpaid and, doesn't have time for the important things in life. Whatever situation you're in, at an event, I can tell you, you will hear from many, many different people that are at different places in their life in terms of their age, whether they have little kids or no kids, whether they have huge careers and big jobs that don't afford them the time to spend on the things that are really important, the things that matter. So it's really validating when you come to an event and you hear from people just like you, and you hear their stories and the struggles, the real struggles that, network marketing is definitely worth it, and you can have a huge life, but it does take work. And you hear from people who kind of went through those struggles and got on the other side and pushed through, and their life is so much better now. And not just monetarily, but really quality of life and how they spend their time. And so you might miss a couple of days with your kids, but I promise you, when they get older, they're not going to remember that 2 or 3 days that you missed, to take yourself to a better place. And in fact, that's something that your children will look up to you for, that you actually, sought out opportunities to make yourself better, because you're going to want them to do the same things when they get older. My son and I have conversations like that all the time now, where he reflects back on different times. And I tried not to miss anything that was important, but sometimes you just do. That's life. And we talk about that now. And, he's like, what you do is so important. So you help people change their lives. And that's bigger than a couple nights, that I missed you. I don't even remember that now. So, and again, it's the stories. It's hearing from people around the country just like you. And what I love about our events too is hearing the reality, the struggles, that everybody has them, and it's really normal. Everybody you talk to that builds this business has challenges that they work through, but it's how they get through them that will really make attending that event validating, is just understanding like, okay, that's normal. In fact, I can almost, predict that that's going to happen to me, but now I'm equipped with the ways to get past it and move through it. And so that's one of the things I love about events. And just, it's such, my sister came to a red, white kickoff. She's never been in this business. She came just to see me, to be honest with you. And she said to me, I knew it was going to be a great day when I walked in the room, because I have never been in a room with so much positivity in my life. And I just have to be part of this. Not because like, I know what I'm doing. I have no experience in this, but I just want to be around this culture. I want to be around this tribe and these people. So you don't know it. Going to an event, just it does a lot in many, many different ways. You learn, you get educated, you get motivated, you get inspired, you feel good about yourself. And it just really solidifies this company that you've decided to join, and really the mission that we're on, and how bright the future is, how much opportunity there still is. There's still people who've never heard of Isagenix. I run into them every day. So this is absolutely the right company to be with.
Love it, love it. And Kristina, I tell you what, NYKO was the event that did it for me, and I think there's a lot of people on here that an event really solidified that. So I love that you talk about how important the event is. Now, you talked a little bit about the mission of the company. Like, what is it about Isagenix that they are the gold standard in this industry?
Absolutely. So I can tell you from my experience, and I was just sharing this with another group earlier, with the other companies that I've been with, one of the biggest challenges was the compensation plan. I was just telling this group earlier that the last company I was with, a good company, and a company that appeals to a lot of people, to be honest, but you have to qualify every single month. So at the end of the month, all your numbers go to zero, and you have to start again. And you have to qualify with team sales, personal sales, a certain number of rank advancements at each level, group volume, team volume. It is like there's 6 different qualifiers every month, and every month you start all over again. So can you imagine? It was exhausting. And so, and then like, not to mention that when some of the leaders that you work the hardest to develop break away, and you don't earn on them anymore. Can you imagine? So me as like the field coach, for all the top leaders, I was constantly having to like talk them off the ledge every time, they had somebody who they devoted a lot of time and commitment and energy to, they break away because they got too big and they didn't earn on them anymore. So I think that's one of the things Isagenix is an industry leader in, is the compensation plan. And now with Customer First, it makes it even easier to get into the compensation plan and really get going. So I would say like one of our biggest competitive edges is that comp plan. It's easy, and it really drives the right behaviors and rewards you for everything that you do really well. So that's the first thing. The second thing, the mission to heal people financially and physically, that's something that's never going out of style. When you have customers and you're in a jewelry business, there's only so much jewelry they can buy. If it's a fashion business, there's only so many pairs of leggings they're going to buy. With other companies, it's harder to build a sustainable business because some are trendy, let's face it, but health and wellness is not going out of style. There are always going to be people who need to feel better and who need to lose weight, who are, maybe into it for performance. Like, those are things that are just never going away. So you can feel confident about building a really sustainable business that will last forever at Isagenix. And it's a legacy company. Not every network marketing companies are legacy companies, meaning your residual income never ends. A lot of companies that I've worked for are not that. So if something happens and something in your life changes, God forbid, that's it. Your business is gone. It's not like that at Isagenix, because Jim and Kathy truly care about people and really want to help people and families. So I think those are three things that I feel like give Isagenix. They make it the best company out there, honestly.
I totally agree. Now, how about for those people on this call that are trying to get to executive, or maybe have been trying to get to executive for a while? Because we know the compensation plan really opens up and you can maximize it at Crystal Executive.
Right.
How do we speak to them? How do we encourage them or give them the tips to get to Crystal Exec, and why that is so important?
Honestly, I think enrolling is the lifeblood of your business. No matter if you're trying to get to Crystal Executive or something beyond that, it's the single most important activity. And I talk to top leaders all the time when I'm traveling. And when they've had lulls in their business or plateaus, it's because they've stopped enrolling. So I feel like enrolling gives you more customers. It helps you find business builders, because whoever's not going to be a customer is going to want to build a business. And so enrolling is the single day. And the more you do it, the more successful you will be.
So amazing. So amazing. Yeah, whenever I've definitely been in a lull, I mean, the best feeling in this industry is when you're enrolling people and bringing new blood into the business.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Agreed.
So Kristina, I know that you are in the middle of Portland, and thank you so much for your valuable time. Before we close up, is there anything that you kind of want to share? Like, if you could leave the call with anything, just any tips of advice or something that you think would be really inspirational and helpful with them hitting the Crystal Executive Reset, saying, the boom for the June, like whatever it is, or any kind of final words maybe you have.
I would say, honestly, this is a really lucrative, rich incentive. It's probably one of the most lucrative incentives we've ever done for enrolling. Not sure it'll ever come again, to be honest with you, because this one is costing a lot of money, but we feel like it's worth it. It's really worth it to get people rolling through the summer and make it easier for you and your teams to connect with people. That's why we kicked it off with free enrollments this week. So get into it. Don't wait. Don't wait another day. Make your list tonight of people that you want to connect with. Warm them up with a message tomorrow. So practice what you're going to say to them. And please don't just post a general Facebook post. When you make your list and you pick your 10 or 20 people, the first 10 or 20 people you're going to reach out to, go on their Facebook and see what they've been doing. What are they spending their time on? What's costing them a lot of money? What's going on in their life? And send them a personal message that really will speak to them and what's happening in their life. I used to do it all the time. It's much more effective than just putting the blanket posts out. So make your list, figure out the top 10 or 20 people you want to connect with, warm them up with an upbeat message that really will resonate with them, and follow up and set a time to talk. And repeat every single day in the month of June. I promise you, if you focus on it, and you make it a priority, you are going to have a really great June. And I'm going to see everybody with more people in Vegas staying at the Venetian. And you're going to help people get somewhere they maybe never thought that they could go, just by really getting after this incentive and connecting with more people. That's my advice.
So awesome. I totally agree. I actually, I get annoyed because I get so many of those like general messages all the time. And I'm like, did you read anything about me for a second?
Yeah.
That? Okay, so I actually have one more two-part question, and then we're going to let you go. But because not only are you in sales, and I know sometimes we're like, oh, we just want to share Isagenix, and we're kind of like intimidated by the sales idea, but it is, and we want to be proud about that, that we're selling the best nutrition on the planet and the best solutions, but from someone who not only has a really extensive corporate background, but also the field side, what would be your top tips for retention and increasing basket order?
So I think for retention is all about connection and contact. So when you get somebody started, it's just really important to stay close to them, especially in this business. And just funny, like when I first started with Isogenics, I didn't know anything, and I got some product and nobody gave me any instructions because I didn't get to have a great leader when I started. So I made a shake and it was horrible because I didn't use a blender. I didn't put ice in it. I didn't do all the things that I know how to do today. So when you get somebody started, get them off to the best start that you can. That's the first step in retention. And then stay close to them and encourage them and recognize them, whether they're a product user or a business builder. Everyone in the world craves recognition. I don't care if you're a man, a woman, I don't care how old you are. Everybody needs to be recognized, even if it's for small little wins. So the leader that stays in touch and keeps that connection, even if somebody gets off to a slow start, they'll get going again because they like you and they feel like you care about them and you stay connected to them. So meet them where they are and encourage them, recognize them. And even sometimes you have to show them the way because they don't even know that they can do more and be more, but you do. And so sometimes you have to be the one that kind of casts the vision for them even when they can't see it yet. So remember that about every single person. You don't really know what's happening behind closed doors. So really try to be that visionary leader for even just the product users too, because it'll come back around. So that is a big thing about retention. And just as a leader with your team, have team calls, regular team calls, put a schedule together and stick to it. Do coaching calls with your people who are wanting to build a business, individual coaching calls. It's all about connection, contact. This is a contact sport. There's no doubt about it. So I really feel like those are just some, best practices. And when you do your team calls, lots of recognition and let other people speak. Have an agenda and have other people speaking on your team calls too, because it's not always the big stories that inspire people. Sometimes it's the small stories. It's the extra $500 a month to make a car payment that will really resonate and, speak to people. So make sure you mix up your speakers as well. And even connect them with other people on your team who might be similar or have gone through similar struggles that they can relate to. So I think it's all about creating that like family culture on your team with your people.
Awesome. Thank you so much. You guys, I'm going to just have you all wave and blow kisses and everything to Kristina. She literally popped out of a really important meeting in Portland to pour into us tonight. So the Dreamers in Action love you. We're so grateful for all the tips. And you will see a lot of these people backstage and earning those free rooms. So thank you.
I can't wait.
Generosity.
Thanks, everyone.
The rest of our call coming up. So she's got to go. Everybody else stay on.
Thanks. Bye.
Okay, guys, so we're doing things in reverse, but just like she said, sometimes it's the small stories that are the most impactful, and I know Adam's got some great people lined up tonight to kind of talk to us about our product spotlight, put a product testimonial on the highlight, a business testimonial on the highlight. So Adam, I'm going to turn it back over to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Great segue. And I want to start with my nutso mom, Kristen Ronovic, doing calisthenics with her baby and weight thins in his mouth. If you could come out and give us the product in the spotlight.
Sure. Yeah, you got to keep them occupied somehow during this, right? So our product in the spotlight this week are our whey thins. They are super savory snacks. They're so good. They're delicious, protein packed in convenient 100-calorie packs, and they satisfy cravings without loading the calories. I hope I didn't freeze because everybody else did. There's 10 grams of high-quality protein and 100 calories per serving. They're gluten-free. They're individually packed, and they're great for cleanse days too. And these ones will be used as some sort of chicken breading because there's not going to be a full one left.
That's awesome.
So much.
Thank you, Kristen. Thank you so much. Also, and I have one of our newer members, Lori Dunphy. She is brand new to the team, and she is actually, you might recognize her as the BBB Challenge winner. She's nervous. Show her some support. Come out with your 30-second product story.
All right. So, well, before Isogenics, I wore yoga pants all of the time because none of my other clothes fit me. A high school friend first introduced me to Isogenics in the summer of 2015. I had gained a lot of weight due to depression from suffering a miscarriage. Shortly after finishing my 30-day program and releasing over 20 pounds, I found out that I was pregnant again and stopped using the products. But after our son turned 1 this past March, Jen and Adam got me started again. And as a result, I'm now fitting into clothes that I haven't worn since we got married in 2014. I feel confident about how I look and feel. I go to the gym and I continue to use the products because I want to continue to feel this good. So I've been really, 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 really happy.
Awesome. And Ryan will show his face on the next Zoom, I promise. You guys are awesome. And
thank you.
If you guys could just mute. And lastly, I want to call out a fellow police officer, Ref. She's been on the team for a little while, had amazing product experience, and felt compelled to share. If you could share your business story, please.
Unmute.
Raf, are you there? Just make sure you unmute. Oh, I think I hear you trying.
She said she's here.
That's that 908 number.
Yeah, that is her.
Okay. Yeah, she's on.
Do you want me to unmute? Is it a phone? Not a Zoom?
It is a phone. Yeah, it is a phone. It might need to be.
What's the number?
908-892-0277.
Okay, she's good. Are you?
Perfect.
Oh.
Raf, you there?
There we go. It unmuted me. Hi, everyone. So as Adam said, I'm a police officer as well. So I was introduced to the products by my partner at work, Umair, who got me in touch with Jen and Adam and started me on the products. I had such an amazing experience. I released over 50 pounds. My husband lost 100 using the products. And we just felt compelled to share it with our family and friends. And it really, we didn't go into this looking to make it into a business. It just sort of happened. We're a product of the product, and our family and friends have been watching us for the past year. And so I can really speak to how important it is to keep up with the posts and keep in contact with people, because the last 4 people that we've enrolled have been watching us for over a year. And within the past couple of weeks, they all decided that they were ready now because they actually believe that it works and they see that it's working so well for us. So in that regard, it really does work. All the training about the Facebook posts and the social media and connecting with people, and just keep doing what you do, and people will come to you when they're ready. So the business aspect of it has been great as well. It's really helped us out a lot. We average usually around $500 a month. So that pays for our products and groceries, which is a huge help to our family. So thank you to Jen and Adam for getting us started.
Awesome, Raf. Yeah, they are a 1-star Silver Circle and big recruiters. But all the people that you recently enrolled have amazing product experiences and are starting to share too. So it's been awesome to watch. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Awesome, you guys. Well, we're going to wrap up kind of early tonight, but I hope you got some, big takeaways from Kristina. I mean, I can't believe she leaked a lot of the July stuff that's coming out. I mean, I can't actually believe, because that's just how corporate is. But like she said, having tension, like she said, this was the most lucrative promotion the company's ever done, and probably one of the most lucrative they're going to do for a while. So I was with the St. John. Some of you guys know them as part of Team Isogenics, and they lead Strong Confident Living earlier today. And we're like, if you're not enrolling like 8 people this month, like what? Like the 4 nights at the Venetian, even if you're not going to Celebration, like you get 4 nights at the hotel, that's 2 people a week. That's on average 20 conversations. So if you're doing this 4 days a week, that's 5 people you have to talk to. If you're doing it 5 days a week, it's 4 people you have to talk to. But make your list and just be consistent. 2 in the morning, 2 at night, 2 at lunch, 2 at night, whatever it has to do. But I will tell you, and Jen Feicther on this call can hold you accountable. Since she came into my business, she's seen me sprint a couple times, but I was already a 4-star, I think, when she joined. She saw me kind of run to 5 or President's Quest, but she's also seen me coast a little bit. She's seen me kind of be able to take my foot off, and I've developed a team, and we're duplicating that. I get comfortable, and sometimes, I'm not always recruiting like I am. I'm not always, but there's certain things that will fire me up. And when we were running for Welcome Home about a year ago, just over a year ago, we were on each other like white on rice. I mean, like, do you check your points? Do you check your points? I did this. I did that. You know, we were pushing each other, not because we wanted to make all this money, but it was such a big deal to be able to go to the corporate office. It was such a big deal to be there at that ribbon cutting ceremony. And I believe that the speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. So mark my words, last night when I saw that promotion come in, I'm like, if I am not going to enroll 8 people this month, how in the heck can I expect anybody else to? So I rewrote my list, reprinted off my Facebook list, and today from 9 o'clock until about 11:30, I did nothing but send messages, voice messages, text messages, follow-up messages, right? I have 2 enrollments. I put one in right before this call, and I'm putting one in right after the call, right? Because it's focused. It's just like Kristina said, but I talked about 15 people to do it. Some were brand new, you know, that are looking at stuff right now. I've got follow-up calls. Some were the follow-ups. The girl that I just enrolled, if you guys see the intro on our cleansers page, 2.5 years. 2.5 years I've been working on this girl, right? Like Giza said, I called her 11 times. If I had not followed up, I've not followed up. And it was literally, I sent her the summer flyer and I said, hey, Chica, I know you've got a hamstring no, you have, because I'm paying attention to her Facebook, a hamstring injury, and there's no way you're going to run the 100 miles a week that you're used to running. This might be the best time for you to look at quality nutrition, and at least you can do the ab challenge. She wrote back, what do I have to do? Right? Because I was paying attention. It was personalized. She's like, how do you even know my hamstrings hurt? Because like Kristina said, I looked at her Facebook. I didn't just like send her the same generic message as everybody else. So be intentional. If you guys didn't listen to Rachel's call from last week, listen to it. But she's talking about, she got her whiteboard out. She had her list. Like she knew, she visualized like what was Eric's post, recognizing her Start 1000 going to be. Like I would encourage you guys, visualize being backstage. Like, what is that going to be like when you're going to meet the Cougars? Like, visualize going to Vegas for free. Like, 4 nights at the Venetian, that's $1,000 prize, basically. You know what I mean? That's huge. And I was thinking, like, gosh, I was like, think about how many people you could bring with you that aren't even in Isagenix yet. They can just come and be a part of it. So be excited and don't let this one pass you. This will be one of those ones. The people that don't apply themselves are like, wish I could have, should have, would have, whatever. Don't be one of those people. You know, you've got whatever, the rest of the month to just be laser focused. That this is the few weeks to get up earlier, stay up later, sacrifice your lunch break, follow people, and just get out of your head and into your heart of what she said Isagenix is. The best company, the culture, the comp plan, the products. So Adam, thank you so much for just being like amazing and interviewing Kristina. Thank you guys for sharing your stories tonight. We're going to end this early because I want you to spend the next 15 minutes recruiting. Go connect with people. And in this event page, when you all have messaged 3 people, because it's only 8:12, but technically our call is still another 18 minutes. As soon as you've sent 3 text messages or 3 face messages or something, posted the event, I did my 3. I did my 3. You guys have 18 minutes. Go get it done. I love you. See you next week. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.